In this video we're going to take a look at the roasty toasties from Woodlets. The fun thing is they come ready snapped for you, so you don't even have to snap them. They get some really good burn times out of these. So in this video I'm going to show you how to get the best burn times, how to get the best heat out of them as well, and how I go about setting things up and using this product. So typically these are the three sizes that you will get within the pack. It's all random, but generally speaking this is what I found, is you get three different sizes: small, medium and large. Perfect for all sorts of applications really, whether it's in your log burner, wood stove, or on the barbecue, fire pit. They're even very portable as well, because you can pick and choose what you want to take with you. All you're going to need to get started are some of the roasty toasty briquettes. Pick whatever sizes you like. You can have a couple of small ones, a couple of big ones, or mix and match. Bit of kindling and a couple of fire lighters just to get this going. Just going to give you an example here of how I like to start with the roasty toasties. So what I've done is I picked two slightly bigger ones and two smaller ones. We've got our kindling. This is my homemade kindling that I make. We're just going to put that on top just like this. And our fire lighters are going to go in these two gaps like this. And what's going to happen is our kindling is going to warm up the flue system, giving us a better draw and a more consistent burn. Then it's going to work its way down into the roasty toasty briquettes, and that's when we're going to get our long burn times from. You can get anywhere from 2 to 4 hours with these. Really good burn times, really consistent as well. Let's get it into the log burner. It looks like when everything's in the log burner. We've got our roasty toasties on the bottom, we've got our kindling stacked strategically for the top down method. So the plan is we light up our fire lighters, the kindling catches, the flue warms up, we keep a little bit of ash as well in the pan at all times to make sure we get the best burn times and the best consistency from these, and it all helps at the end of the day. So all we have to do now is light the fire lighters and let's get this fire going. If you want to get your hands on some of the roasty toasties, in the description below you'll find a link, nice and easy to click, go through to the website and check them out. About 10 minutes in or so, this is what we have. All of the roasty toasties have started to catch now, which is really good. Temperature is going up. We are just over the 200 mark. So once we get to the 300 mark there, what I will do is I will then set it up for our long burn times and the consistency that we like. So once you've got your fire lighters going and everything's set up, you just want to leave the door slightly open like that. Make sure your vents, this is a multi-fuel, so we will keep both vents fully open until we are up to temperature. So around about the 300 mark, I like to then close the door and start setting it up, ready for our long burn time. In terms of burn times from these roasty toasties, you can expect between 2 to 4 hours. It really depends really. For example, if you're going to burn a couple of big ones, they're going to last a little bit longer than the small ones, but it's all about mix and matching, finding what works for you. I once made the mistake of burning nearly 8 of these little ones thinking I was smart, but let me tell you, this thing was kicking out so much heat I could have run a nuclear plant off it. So from experience, I've learned only burn 2 to 3 pieces, 3 to 4 pieces maximum, depending on the size really. But yeah, if you do put a lot in, just be warned that the heat that these things kick out is super impressive, so be careful. About 15 minutes in, everything has caught really nice. So we're going to turn down our bottom vent, as this is a multi-fuel, and our top vent, we are going to turn it down by about 50% or so. Even though we have turned this down by 50%, this is a really good example of why you just need to keep an eye on it for the first 20 to 30 minutes, because you can see it's really catching in there. So what I'm going to do is just turn it down ever so slightly, a little bit more. So you want to spend the first 20 to 40 minutes really just setting this up, and you want your flames in there to be dancing around. Now that is still a little bit too much, but I'm sure it will die down in the next couple of seconds. And I'll just edge off it ever so slightly there. And I can't emphasize enough, you know, how hot these briquettes get, you know, the amount of heat that these things kick out, you've really got to be careful, and that's a sign of a great product, that they can burn that hot and they burn super clean as well, you know, as you can see. Woodlets say that all of their products are under 10%, and from my experience I've always got 0 readings, which is fantastic because that's where your clean burn comes from, that's where all the long burn times come from, and that's where your consistency comes from, because everything is very similar as well, which is perfect. So I've actually burned hundreds and hundreds of these roasty toasties now, and I've had really good success and really good results with them. As you can see, my moisture meter does work, and this is my kindling that I burn myself. So actually, the roasty toasties are a lot drier than my kindling, so I need to up my kindling game, obviously. This is an example of just some of the heat that you can get out of these. So for example here, we're up to 500 degrees now, and I haven't even tried. I've actually tried to keep it around the 300 to 400 mark. So even I failed at that, and that's my fault, because what I did was, in the beginning, was, as you've seen, I actually put in 4 pieces, when today 3 pieces probably would have been a little bit more manageable. Now, as you can see, it's quite a big stove in there, so you can get way too many pieces in. So little and often is the key. So after burning hundreds of roasty toasties now, I've got to say that these things are fast becoming one of my favourite fuels to burn. Not only do they come ready chopped, you get 2 to 4 hours, which is amazing burn times out of them. The heat these things kick out too is tremendous. Probably one of the hottest products on the market today, I would say, from personal experience. And Woodlets are a really good company, you know, everything's recyclable. They plant more trees in a year than they actually use. They're a very eco-friendly, sustainable company to support. And I hope this video has helped a few of you guys along the way, you know, and with a few hints and tips. Just showing you the products and showing you how I do things, which has worked for me from experience. So thanks for watching this video as always, and I'll see you in the next one.